Alright, you've reached the 10th pattern in the top 10 picking patterns that you could learn when you're starting out playing to be trying to pick. And again, we're focusing on finger picking because that is isolating just the fingers. We're not adding a pick or a thumb pick or anything more complex. We're going to keep it at the very basics for now, possibly even just using the right hand, not even using chords on the left hand, depending on how challenging this is for you. Just isolate the problem, which is your finger picking hand, and get that memorized, get it, be consistent with it before you add the left hand in it, if you're left-handed, whatever you're pushing down with the chords, whatever hand that is. So this pattern is a little different than the others. You're basically just going to pluck, and then you're going to hit it like this. Pluck, clap, pluck, snap, it's kind of a snap. So you're looking for that snap sound that you can hear if you're putting your fingers on the strings, and you want to put them on the strings right where they're going to be plucking. So like that. I'm going faster, but we're going to go like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And so you actually slap on the and, so it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 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 1 and 2 and, so you're actually slapping on the 2 downbeat. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So if I'm going slower, it's going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So what I'm doing is I'm using my thumb on the 4th string, first finger on the 3rd string, second finger on the 2nd string, and 3rd finger on the 1st string. So I have those in position. They're ready to pluck. They're in the correct finger position. They're written in the correct hand positioning. So it's just a matter of plucking those and letting them ring. So 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And you're just snapping right back where you're going to pluck in a minute. Then we're going to move to the 5-string pattern, which is just moving all the fingers up one string. So now we're playing 5, 4, 3, 2. Thumb on the 5th string, first finger on the 4th string, second finger on the 3rd string, first finger on the 2nd string. So so 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. And try to let it play out after you do the snap. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. There's variations you can do with this pattern, but for now let's just do the let it ring out. That'll allow you to have more control if you can kind of think about what you're trying to do with this and get it right early. So if you do go slower, it'll be 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. You can slow it down as much as you want. We're going to move on to the 6-string pattern, which is 6, 4, 3, 2, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Let it ring out. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 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 like that. So you can use this as much as you want that way. You can do some different patterns. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and put it down on the 2 and the 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 2 and 3, 4, like that. But the other pattern that I want to show you is you have the option of adding on a little a different thing at the very bottom. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and, if I can play it right, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So it's just the same pattern we were playing, 1, and then we're playing the 3, 2, 1 on the finger position. So it'll be first finger, second string, first string, second string, third string. So 5 string, same thing, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, that's a string, playing the third, second, and first strings, excuse me, third, second, and first fingers, 3, 2, 1 fingers, 2, 3, 4 strings, and then the 6th string pattern. That. So that's the 10th pattern. These are the top 10 you could play. I'm going to give you some tips in the next lesson, and maybe even another picking pattern if you would like. But I'm going to show you how to put some of these together in the near future lessons. So keep watching, and I'll show you some cool stuff you can add on top of these picking patterns. That's the top 10. So good job, way to get through it, and way to work on each one each week if you actually did that. If you did, shoot me an email. Let me know. I'd love to hear your progress and see if there's anything that I could help you with. Thanks for watching. Play a D, a 4-string chord, or some other 4-string chord. I would start with this pattern here. If I wanted to play a D, 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1, 1, 4, 2. What we want to get to. Obviously we may not be there just yet. So I'm playing it on the side of the thumb, about like this section of the thumb, not on the top but on the side. If you play on the top, then you'll see it kind of come to where it's hidden behind your other fingers, but you want it to be out on the side. So the 4-string chord again is 4, 2, 3, 1, and you're going to count it like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So let's go a little slower. So if you're doing this for the first time, it's going to be your thumb first, then your first finger on the second string, thumb on the third string, second finger on the first string. So thumb, 1, thumb, 2, thumb, 1, thumb, 2, thumb, 1, thumb, thumb, 1, thumb, 2. Practice that with me. Thumb, 2, thumb, 1, thumb, 2. I may be going a little bit slower. You may need to go a little slower. Thumb, 1, thumb, 2. Watch your fingers. Thumb, 2, thumb, 1, thumb, 2, thumb, thumb, 2, thumb, 1, thumb, 2, like that. So once you can play this at a tempo that's consistent, once you can play it about 9 or 10 times, then you can try increasing the tempo. So then once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to go fast. Of course, if you're having issues with the left hand, where you can't quite push the chords down yet, you might stop and just use the right hand. Thumb 1, thumb 2, thumb 1, thumb 2, thumb 1, thumb 2, like that. So then if we move to the 5th string position, where you just basically move all your fingers up a string to the 5, 4, 3, 2 pattern. So if we're playing a C chord, so we would say 5, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 2. 5, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 2. And if you want to switch to a 6-string pattern, like say if you were just going to play, move your bass note on the C down to the G, it'd be 6, 3, 4, 2. 5, 3, 4, 2. And here, let's play a G chord here, G chord, G. 6, 3, 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 2. Back to 5-string. And then the 4-string. You can slow that down as slow as you want to go. You might take your left hands off to just practice the tempo. So it would be 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1, and then 5, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. Play it 4 times. It switched to the 6, 6, 3, 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 2. Thumb 1, thumb 2. Back to 4-string. 4, 2, 1, thumb 1, thumb 2, 4th string. So we're saying the strings, which is 4, 2, 3, 1, and then we're saying the thumb, which is thumb 1, thumb 2. So the finger is how you're plucking. So let's do 4 more times and we'll switch to the 5-string pattern, which is 5, 3, 4, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then now to 5. 1, 2, 3. So it's thumb 1, thumb 2. Now we're switch to 6 right here and switch. 6, 3, 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 2. So I'd practice with a metronome if you wanted to, where it's clicking on the 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and try and play that down, bass note on the downbeat. 1 and 2 and practice with that tempo, and then you can go slower if you need to, and just practice with the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's how you count it. So that is the first pattern in our 10 essential picking patterns for learning how to finger pick. Stay tuned for the next pattern, which is next week. So I hope you enjoy practicing that, and I'll see you next time.